Welcome to Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help educate you about narcissistic abuse because your feelings do matter. Hi, and welcome to another broadcast of Narc Abuse No More with your host, Dr. and Evangelist K.L. Rich. Thanks for tuning in today. Today is Friday, November the 19th of 2021. I pray that you've had a blessed, stress-free, narcissistic-free, abuse-free week so far, and that the remainder of this week will continue to be so as well. But if not, we're going to be talking about a few things today. Again, my name is Dr. K.O. Rich with Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help you admit what you feel in order to heal from the effects of narcissistic abuse, because your feelings do matter. Yes, they do. But before we go on with today's broadcast, I would like to invite you to visit us on our website at www.narcabusenomore.org. Again, that website address is www.narcabusenomore.org, or you can type in narcissistic-abuse-no-more.com. Again, that's narcissistic-abuse-no-more.com, and on our website you'll find valuable information regarding narcissism, regarding relationships, and if you have missed any of our podcasts, you can go on there and listen to them as well. Now, the great thing about it is we are on every Tuesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central on SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, iTunes, Deezer, Castbox, as well as Amazon Audible. That's right, we're now on Amazon Audible. Now, the thing is that if you are unable to tune in at the time that we are scheduled, guess what? You can catch us in the archive. So do not fret. Just download your favorite app and listen to us from that app among the list that I listed, and then you can listen to us at the time of your choice. That's right. So once this podcast airs, you can always go back in and listen to it at any time, any day, whatever time is convenient for you, whether you're on a lunch break, messing around with the kids, on your drive from work, wherever you like to listen to podcasts from, just download it and you'll be able to listen to us there. Now, the beginning of the year, Lord willing, we will be on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yes, we're adding an extra day every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central. So that's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we're going to be adding a few more things on our website. We're going to add sometime there's going to be some blogs, so you'll be able to read some of the blogs and based upon some of the podcasts that we are going to be doing during the week. Also, if you're in Griffin, Georgia area, in March, yes, in March of next year, the first week of March, the first Tuesday in March, is it Tuesday? Yes, the first Tuesday in March, we will be hosting a support group for abused women, a support group for abused women. So you can go on the website, send me an email, send me a phone call. You want to say send me a phone call? Oh, call. Leave a message. That's all on the website, but the number is 678-939-4913. Again, that's 678-939-4913. Please leave a voicemail. And if you are interested in coming to our support group in March, that's in the Griffin, Georgia area, then we will be happy to have you. And that will be in the evening time at 7 p.m. In the Griffin, Georgia area every Tuesday. All right. What are we talking about today? We are talking about tips for those that have been abused by narcissists and those troublesome narcissists. So we're giving both sets some tips today. Tips for the narcissist and the abuser. Tips for the narcissist and the abuser. And you might say, well, they're not going to listen to any tips. I'm going to give it to them anyway. You might know somebody that need to listen to this podcast. This is not going to be long. Okay, I'm just going to give a few tips in there to just slide it on in. You might want to have it up and where they can hear what's going on if you're still in a household where you're being emotionally abused, and I pray that you're not in a household where you're being physically abused. Let me hold on just a minute. Let me give you that abuse website. It's the hotline.org, the hotline.org. If you are being abused and you need someone to talk to, it's the hotline.org. And I'm trying to get that number for you so that you can go to it at the time of your choosing. The hotline.org is the website for if you need to talk to someone, if you've been abused and you're going through abuse and you need someone to help to give you advice as to how to transition out of that abuse. The hotline.org, or you can call 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-7233. Also, you can chat with them by texting the word START, START, to 88788. Again, that's START to 88788. You can get the help that you need. All you have to do is just reach out. Talk to a trusted friend. Talk to a family member. Talk to someone who can help you safely get out of your situation. All right, so we're giving tips to both the narcissist and the the narcissist and the target of their abuse, because we do not want anyone to continue down that road of abuse. If someone wants to change their behavior, first of all, they have to admit that they are an abuser. All right, they have to admit it to themselves, admit it to others that they are an abuser. And that's the only way that you can change your situation. For the victim, you have to admit that you have been a victim of abuse. See, when you continue down the road of denial, then it does no one any good. Rather, you're the abuser, the aggressor. Let me just call you the aggressor. If you're the aggressor, or you're the target of the aggression. If you don't admit what is taking place, you can never change it. So first, in order to have a change, you must admit that there is something going wrong in that relationship, and something going wrong for the aggressor within yourself and those that are the target of the aggression. You have to admit that this person is an aggressor. This person is an abuser. Don't be afraid to say that they have abusive tendencies, that they are an abuser, and that you need help in order to get out of that situation. So these are, I'm going to give 6 tips for both sides in order to help both sides to navigate out of the abuse that they are in. Because believe it or not, these abusers need help as well, so that they won't continue down that path of abuse. The thing is, when you're dealing with someone that have that narcissistic mindset, many times they do not look at themselves as being something being wrong with them. And they may truly know that something is, but they won't admit it because they don't want to shatter that perfect image of themselves. However, if you know that you are an abuser, you have abusive tendencies, that you are physically abusive, emotionally abusive, verbally abusive, sexually abusive, you need to get help. If you are the target of someone that is physically, emotionally, sexually, spiritually even abusing you, you need to get help. Number 1, when you are alone, mind your thoughts. Let me start with the abuser. Before there is an action, there is a thought about that action. Before you even do anything, it doesn't just, oops, I accidentally hit you. There is a thought. It's not a reflex. You didn't accidentally get stung and you hit the bee, okay? You have a tendency to do this. You are more than likely a habitual abuser. This means it's not your first time. It's not your second time. Mind your thoughts. And whether you're alone or whether you're in public, you have to control those thoughts. What is going through your mind when you take your fist and punch someone, slap someone, choke someone, pinch someone, beat someone? What is going through your mind? Or are you trying to just de-stress? What is going through your mind? You know, the Bible tells us to take captive our thoughts. We're to take captive our thoughts, put them under submission. What is going through your mind for the target of the abuse? When you are alone, what is going through your mind after you've been abused? Or if you're in this situation where you're constantly being physically abused, emotionally abused, sexually, verbally, what is going through your mind? Are you feeling like I'm not worthy to be treated with dignity and respect? Or are you feeling like I have to do whatever I can to please this person because after all, they can't help it? And that's a lie. Or what is going through your mind are you feeling like you don't deserve anything better? What is going through your mind? Why are you feeling as if you don't deserve to have someone treat you with love, respect, admiration, dignity? Treat you as a human being should be treated. What is going through your mind? Why are you with this person that is abusing you? And this is not a beat me up session here. This is so that both sides can be honest. Why is the abuser abusing? What is causing you? What is going through your mind when you're doing the abuse? The target of the abuse. What is going through your mind when this person is abusing you? How does it make you feel? See, you have to get in touch with your feelings. How does it make you feel when you're being abused by this person? This person that's supposed to love you. This person that's supposed to be someone you trust. This person that you may have even said, I commit my life to you by marriage. This person that may be in a workplace that I have committed to working in this environment. What is going through your mind? Why do you feel as if you should take this abuse? Do you feel like I don't have a way out? Do you feel like no one's going to believe me? Do you feel as if there's nothing better for you out there, or I don't want to be alone? What is going through your mind? Because you have to mind your thoughts, admit what it is that you're feeling in order to be able to progress and move forward. Number 2, when you are with friends, mind your tongue. Now, for the aggressor, you have people that when you're dealing with narcissism, you sometimes, if you're the narcissist, you tend to put people down to make yourself feel good. You tend to pick at a person's, what you consider as their weakness, in order to feel superior. You tend to put others down because deep down, you really don't feel good about yourself. You tend to try to manipulate others. You even dominate conversations to try to make yourself feel important. This is important for you to understand, is that you need to mind your tongue. You might say, well, I don't have a problem. But sit back and ask yourself the question, would you want to be your own friend? That's deep. Would you want to be your own friend? And if you know you wouldn't want to be your own friend, then why would someone else want to be yours? The target of the abuse. When you are with friends, mind your tongue. What am I saying here? I'm saying that if you're in an abusive situation, mind your tongue means you need to sing like a canary. You need to let people know that I'm in a situation that I don't know how to deal with. I'm in a situation I don't know how to handle. I'm in a situation I don't know how to get out of. I'm in a situation that is destroying me physically, emotionally, spiritually. I'm in a situation that is destroying the core of who I am. And I don't know what to do about it. Talk to someone that you can trust. Talk to someone that will have your back. Talk to someone so that they will know what you're going through so that you do not feel like you have to suffer alone. Abusers thrive in silence. They don't want you to say what the abuse is that you've gone through. They don't want you to speak it out loud. They want to keep it undercover. They will even accuse you of defaming their character. But abuse continues if it goes on in silence. Mind your tongue means, in your case, sing like a canary. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in just a moment.
It's another Christmas holiday. Yeah. It's a joyous thing, let the angels sing, 'cause we're together. We got a thing. Hey, can't let it slip away. Though outside it's rain and sleet, when our bodies meet, I don't care about the weather. Let it snow outside is cold, but the fire's blazing, so baby, let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow. Come over here. Help me trim the tree. I wanna wrap you up, baby, then you'll see you're the only present I need. There's so much more waiting for you in store. On this precious day, I can gladly say there's no place I'd rather be.
And that is Let It Snow by Boys to Men and Brian McKnight. All right. So we're talking about tips for both the abuser and the target of the abuse. Number 3, When you're angry, mind your temper. And this right here is a top priority for any abuser. You may have gone through things yourself as a child. You may have been angry. You may have been abandoned. You may not have had the love and support that you thought you might have needed from childhood, or whoever in your life may have disappointed you. And oftentimes that anger is redirected in the wrong direction. Just because, however, you have gone through some things in life does not give you the right to abuse someone else. You may have been abused, but it does not give you the right to abuse someone else. Just think how you may have felt with the abuse that you've gone through, if you have gone through it. Think how you would feel if someone did the same things to you that you're doing to someone else. Think how you feel when you are going through those times of anger. And if you were on the receiving end of the anger and bitterness, resentment, hatefulness, and abuse that you are doing towards the target of your abuse. What am I saying right here? When you are angry, it is time that you need to redirect that anger in the right direction. We all get angry at times. We all get frustrated at times. We all get stressed out at times. But the thing is to channel that anger, channel that frustration, channel that stress in a healthy way instead of doing it the wrong way. What is the wrong way? That means that I'm not going to use someone else as a punching bag to relieve my stress and anger. I'm not going to use my mouth as a punching bag to relieve my stress and anger. If I need to go to counseling, if I need to talk to someone, if I need to go to the gym and just, duke it out on a punching bag, that's what you do. But it is never okay to punch anyone else, to physically abuse anyone else, to sexually abuse anyone else. You may have gone through sexual abuse yourself, but it does not entitle you or give you the right to sexually abuse someone else. Because then you're creating another victim, as you may have been done. And it's wrong. You may have been verbally abused, but does that give you the right to verbally abuse someone else? What if you were on the receiving end? You may have been at some point on the receiving end. How did it make you feel? So therefore, if you did not like it done to you, then guess what? It is not right to do it to someone else. When you are angry, mind your temper. For the target of the abuse, when someone is angry, when the abuser is angry, when that aggressor is angry, it does not give them the right to make you their mat, their punching bag, their emotional abuse, target of their abuse. And what am I saying right here? You have the right to be respected. You have the right to be talked to with dignity. You have the right to receive love. We all get angry. We all have frustrations. Sometimes we may make the mistake of even going off on the wrong person or going off on someone. But the thing is, we come back and say, I'm sorry. And not the way abusers do, where they keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but then they never change. We all make mistakes. But it doesn't give anyone the right to use their hand to hit you. It doesn't give anyone the right to verbally abuse you, sexually molest you, or anything that goes against your boundaries. You have the right to set boundaries in the way that you want to be treated. One thing that's important is we teach people how to treat us by what we allow them to do to us. That means that if you allow someone to make you their emotional punching bag, you're giving them the okay to say, I don't feel like I deserve better, so therefore keep doing this to me. No, it is not okay. When they are angry, they need to direct that anger towards someone else, not to you. And you have a right to stand your ground. That means that I have a right to demand respect. I have a right to not be emotionally abused. I have a right to not be physically abused. I have a right to not be verbally abused. And if someone cannot respect that, then they do not deserve to have me as a part of their life. Number 4, when you are in a group, mind your behavior. This is the narcissist. This is the aggressor. This one of the things that narcissists love to do is they love to embarrass their targets. Even covert narcissists, they will throw comments underneath the surface, directing them at someone who is the target of their abuse. They love to aim to embarrass you, belittle you, talk about you. And this is, again, because they hate to be or not be the center of attention. As a narcissist, as an abuser, it is not for you to try to demean and devalue someone when they're in front of others, or to make them feel the target of your abuse, to make them feel as if everyone's against them because you're using that to triangulate them. When you are in a group of people, rather in a group, in public, or behind the scenes, whatever your issues are, they need to be your issues and not everyone else. And you need to get counseling for those issues. And if you are not willing to get counseling for those issues, then you will never change. You will never get the help that you need. You will never progress as a person. You will spiral downward because you're not willing to admit and accept the fact that you need to get help. Sometimes we all have to get counseling, whether you're the aggressor or whether you're the victim of the aggression. However, if you seriously want to change your behavior, then first you have to admit that there is something wrong. And second, talk to someone who can help you. Not someone that's going to validate the bad behavior, but someone, and what I mean by validate, keep supporting you in it. Someone, a counselor, a therapist, a pastoral counselor, someone that can help you to change and get on the right road, on the road to recovery. When you are in a group, mind your behavior. When you're not in a group, mind your behavior. Family outings is not the time to try to embarrass your spouse or the target of your aggression. Mind your behavior. Behind closed doors is not the time to try to manipulate, devalue, demean, belittle your target. It is never a good time to abuse anyone in front of others or behind closed doors. Mind your behavior. For the target of the abuse, narcissists love to embarrass you in front of other people. They like to make sarcastic comments in front of others. They like to make jokes about you in front of others. You do not have to accept that. You can walk away. You can tell them that you're not accepting it. You can tell others that I will not be the butt of someone else's joke. It is not okay. If they say you're oversensitive, it's not being oversensitive. This is not okay behavior. Anytime that someone have to make themselves feel good at your expense of belittling you and trying to make you feel less than a person, trying to destroy your self-worth. That is never okay. Whether they do it in front of a group or behind closed doors, they need to mind their behavior. And on your end, you have to be able to stand up for yourself and say, this is not okay. Number 5, when you are in trouble, mind your emotions. For the abuser, for the aggressor, for the narcissist, it is not okay because if you get fired from your job, you don't go home to your family and start throwing dishes and start using your spouse as a punching bag, or whether it's physically or emotionally. It is never okay. When you are dealing with issues, then you need to talk to someone about those issues in an adult manner. Mind your emotions. When you're in trouble, when you're dealing with a stressful situation, talk it out, not punch it out. There are many ways to de-stress, to handle your emotions. When you feel like you're in an uproar, give yourself a timeout. Say, you know what, I need to be alone for a moment. I need to go to the gym. I need to take a walk. I need to go for a jog. Find other ways to distress so that you will not hurt the people that you say you love. Because love is not supposed to hurt. Love does not hurt others. You can't say that you love someone if you are abusing them. Love is never to cause pain or hurt. So when you're in trouble, mind your emotions. Talk to someone, talk to a good friend, talk to a family member that's trusted, someone that is going to be there to guide you in the right direction. Talk to God. Have a relationship with God so that He can guide you in your emotions and all that is stressing you. The Bible says to cast our cares upon the Lord because He cares for us. And so we are to cast everything upon Him. There's going to be stress in life. That doesn't mean I'm going to punch somebody. There's going to be disappointments in life. That doesn't mean I'm going to go abuse someone. We have to redirect it in the right place. Whatever that frustration, whatever that anger, whatever that disappointment, redirect it. We're going to get angry sometimes, but it's not about getting angry. The Bible says, be angry, but sin not. There's things that's going to cause you to be upset, but how you deal with it is the true test of character. For the target of the abuse, when you're in trouble, mind your emotions. What is that trouble that you're dealing with? When someone is abusing you, that is trouble. When someone is being aggressive towards you, that is trouble. When someone is using you as a punching bag, whether physically or emotionally, that is trouble. When someone is spiritually abusing you, that is trouble. How do you mind your emotions? You talk to someone so you can get out of that situation. Tell that person, if this is not a threatening situation, then you tell that abuser, this is not okay. I will not accept this. This is no longer comfortable for me. This does not put me in a place of happiness or security. I will not be treated with less than dignity. I will not be disrespected. I will be valued, if not by you, by those who claim to love, support, and appreciate the person who I am. When you're in trouble, mind your emotions. And what am I saying by mind your emotions? Talk about your feelings. Get in touch with who you are. Say what it is that you need out of this relationship. And if it's a relationship that you need to even keep, because some relationships do not even need to be kept. If you're in an abusive relationship and all they do is keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I will not do it again, I will not do it again, I will not do it again, but then there is no change. See, the thing is that many people, especially women, have ended up dead because they stayed in a relationship. They kept letting the person love bomb them, meaning that they kept allowing the abuser to say all the right things and give them gifts and all these things, but then they promised to love, they promised to never hit them again, never abuse them again, but then it kept happening over and over and over. The cycle of abuse never stopped. And then one day, the abuser went too far and it took that person out. You don't want to be in this cycle of abuse. So when you're in trouble, mind your emotions by admitting what it is that you feel and talk to someone. And if you're in a threatening situation, get out and allow someone to help you to get out as safely as possible. We're going to go to a quick break and we'll be back in just a moment.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. Let heaven and nature
And that is Joy to the World by the late Whitney Houston. Joy to the World. All right. We're closing. We're getting ready to do this last tip. When God starts blessing you, mind your ego. Yes, 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 yes. One of the things that we have to remember is that on our road to recovery, whenever God blesses you to get out of that abusive situation, or if he changed the person that was the abuser, either way, mind your ego. Remember that it is only because of the Lord that any of us have the ability to change. And for the abuser, the narcissist, the aggressor, I pray that you will allow God to change you from the inside out, because ego, that was the fall of Lucifer. His pride was his downfall. The Bible says pride comes before the fall. And that's what happened with Lucifer. Pride came before his fall. And oftentimes when you're dealing with narcissism, you're dealing with pride. It's all about pride. And it's me, I don't care about others. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care what they think, because it's all about me. I have to be the center of attention. That's that narcissism. That's that pride. You're an abuser. You know that you need help, but you won't go get that help. That's pride. That's your ego. Or I'm not going to talk to someone. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. That is pride. That's your ego. And you would never become a better person if you think you should. You might say, hey, I'm okay. And that's oftentimes the downfall of an abuser, a narcissist, an aggressor. They never see that they need help. They know it deep down, but they'll never admit to it. That's pride. And let me just say this. If you are that type of individual, you would not make it to heaven being that way. Your pride will be your downfall down below. For the victim, the target of the abuse, the target of the narcissist, the target of the aggressor, when God starts blessing you, you also mind your ego. That means that don't allow pride to allow you to go back into an abusive situation when that person hasn't changed. Or don't allow pride to say, you know what, I don't want people to think that I'm by myself, so therefore I'm going to settle for this. No. When God blesses you to get out of that situation, don't put yourself back in that situation. Don't allow yourself to become the target of someone else. Don't allow yourself to be abused by someone else. You might leave this abuser and then you go get another one in a different body. When God blesses you to come out of it, don't go back to it. Don't be a magnet for it again and again and again. Don't be a magnet for the abuse. Understand your value. Remember what the psalmist said, I am fearfully and I am wonderfully made, and I know that full well. Know who you are. Understand your value. Know your self-worth. Get off the clearance rack and be full price. You're not a Black Friday special. You are full price. And know your worth. All right, we are up out of here, and I pray that you have a wonderful and blessed weekend. And know your worth. Know your worth. Know your worth. Say to yourself, I am fearfully and I am wonderfully made, and I know that full well. That's what the psalmist said. He was not bragging on himself. He was saying that God made him to be fearfully. He made him fearfully and wonderfully, and he know that full well. He knew his worth because of what God placed on the inside of him. All right, this is Narc Abuse No More with Dr. K.L. Rich. Until next time, you be blessed.